Boom! Welcome back, peeps. Welcome back. Flipping neck, 2 minutes. Oh, that was pushing it. Yes, and I've pushed it so much I've missed a flyer out. So you're not going to be seeing what we're going to be racing at tonight until I flick over to the screen. So we are still, We Are Driven Boys, we're still covering Archie's journey as we have been for the last few weeks. So get yourselves over to Archie's Journey on Facebook. Get yourselves over to the We Are Driven page on Facebook. Get yourselves over to the Bradley Lowry Foundation on Facebook. And also get your spare change out. Chuck some at justgiving.com/campaign/Archie's Journey. Let's get this young boy over to America and get the treatment he needs. I think he's still 15 grand shy of the amount he needs, but everything we can do, we can push his campaign, and that's what we're doing. So go check all that out, and let's get ourselves in here then. So I've got my stickers, but I don't have my shirts. I'm not sending anything out until I get my shirts, because obviously some people want a bit of both, so I'm not messing about. But I was hoping for the t-shirts yesterday. They didn't arrive, or obviously they're not going to turn up today because it's goddamn Sunday. So screw you, Royal Mail. Monday it is, alright? So it'll all be here tomorrow. Let me pull this up. So points so far in the Multiclass League. P1 Raoul smashing it at the minute, 98.5 points out front. Second place is P1 Dylan with 70.5 points. Third is P1 Benny with 62 points. Fourth is Mocking Weeks with 56.6 at 5. I don't know where you got 0.6 from. P1 Valium in fifth with 51.5 points. Champ 6 with 50 points. We've got Reg GT in seventh with 36 points. Eighth place, we've got Manny with 35 points. Also in joint eighth is Aldo with 35 points. We've got Mental Nev in 10th with 32 points. Tatey in 11th with 27 points. Baggy 12th with 21 points. Dodgy 13th with 18 points. We've got Pilgrim in 14th with 14 points. Let me shut that one down. CJW, who drove as a reserve driver, he's got himself 14 points. We've got JPH, who's also a reserve driver. He's got himself 13.5 points. We've got P1 Gravel. Have you changed your name? Have you? Gravel 1390. No, he's still got 1390 tag. Okay, reserve driver. He's got himself 10.5 points, but he is in the lobby again tonight. And P1 Don, the returning driver. After some serious yeeting, he's back behind a wheel. Good. So P1 Don on track tonight, I think. Let me just have a look through. I can't see him at the minute. Anyway, all right, we'll come back and have a look at that. But team-wise, you can see we've got Raoul, Mocking Weeks, and Dylan, the team captains for the Bionic Sendits, Capricorn Anum Viri, and the Mental Asylum Racing. The Capricorn Anum Viri is the Potato Men. Bionic Sendits is because Raoul has got a metal leg, and Dylan because he's a nutcase. How about that? And the last 3 rounds we have recorded fastest laps, etc, etc. So last week it was Raoul taking fastest lap in race 1 and Benny taking fastest lap in race 2. Pole position was P1 Dylan in the qualifying, and driver of the day went to P1 Valium. So Alan, evening brother, don't forget to vote for driver of the day as well, because the drivers do get extra points in the championship. I believe it's 2. So if they do get picked for driver of the day, they get some extra points. Right, let's get in this lobby. So we're live from Blue Moon tonight. Infield A circuit. We are in the G-Ready Fugus, if anyone even knows what they are. Let's just have a look through the room. Who have we got in? We've got Aldo, we've got Baggy, Dylan, Valium, Dodgy, Champ, Raoul, Tatey, Gravel, Benny, Mental Nev, Mocking Weeks, Manny, Don is in the room, and a Reg GT. So it's absolutely jam-packed lobby tonight. 5 drivers for each team. Have they already started quali? It looks like they probably have. Let's get ourselves out. Here we go then. This is what we're actually driving with tonight. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. And that wasn't what I meant to do. No, looks like they're just about to start quali now. Okay. So it's only a short little quali. And then we jump straight into an endurance race of 30 minutes. Stop it, Bags. And then I believe it's top 8 reverse grid and the back 7 reverse grid. And away they go for 15 minutes in race 2 as well. Yes, everyone out then. So these are the little blammers. Cool looking cars. Proper sort of late 70s, early 80s. They all had a bit of a look like that. Oh, we just catch Valium. We won't be getting driver of the day with, well, maybe with a bit of Driftronic in like that, you might. So the boys all will be rocking different liveries. There will be 3 different liveries out on track. Capsicum is in the black and red then, with the P1 smashed down the side. The Bionic Sendits are in this purpley looking livery. Looks like it's got flames down the side as well. And what was the other one? P1 Dylan then rocking the other sort of orangey red. The orange, blue and black then for the Mental Asylum team. We've got the purple for the Bionic Sendits. And there we go, the black and the red with a great big white stripe up the side for the Capsicums. So, first of the hot laps starting now then. Let's get ourselves on board with the Rowell. So heading down towards turn 1 then. We are on the infield circuit, so it cuts in off the main track here. Got to watch that big divot on the way in and on the way out. Catching a bit of curve through there for Rowell then. Just bam, back up onto the track. Heading down towards turn 2. That's where we saw Valium get it a little bit wide. Just got to be careful. You can try and use as much of that track as possible. Down towards turn 3. Chop as much of this curb off on the inside. Again, got to watch not running too wide. Heading down towards this hairpin. Man, he's got it a little bit wrong. Rowell comes sweeping through then, hard on the brakes just as he hits the bridge. Oh, just a tiny bit deep for Rowell. Slightly compromised on the exit, but still a good lap. Into this double apexed, almost hairpin. And then down towards this final turn. See how much speed they carry through here. He does just have to give it a little lift in third. Again, you don't want to be catching that wall on the outside. Right, we are going to start seeing some hot laps coming in now then. Stick with Rowell, see what he's got. On 19. Sticks himself on pole position. Dylan gets himself second, 120.2. GT's holding third, 120.3. Locking Weeks fourth, 120.4. Oh no, he's not. Who's just snuck in? Champ's just snuck into second, 119.9 for Champ. Also driving for the same team as Rowell, so the Bionic Sendit's got 2 people right on the front of the grid at the minute. So Dylan pushed down to third, then Reg GT fourth, Mocking now fifth, Tatey sixth, he's got himself a 120.8. Don is in seventh, 121.0. Aldo in eighth, 121.2. There's Benny in eighth, 121.3 for Benny. Valium ninth, 121.4. Mental Nev in 10th, he's got a 122.1. Got Gravel Trap, 122.6 at the minute. Dodgy in 12th. He's got himself a 124.3. Baggy 13th, 125.7. Manny 14th with the 126.1. Mocking Weeks, not for long. He's at the back of the pack. That'll jump as soon as he goes through this timing mark. So he's back up into 9th then. Still a bit of work to do for Mocking. Oh, he's gone wide through there as well. So just sitting, watching current pole sitter Rowell. Champ close that gap down to 0.2 of a second. Fire that up and fire that up. There we go. So what have we got? Just over the 5-minute mark in quali. Rowell still leading then. Champ second. Reg GT gone a little bit quicker, so he's got himself a 120.2. Chucks himself into third. Just in front of P1 Benny. Benny puts in, oh, not quite as quick, 120.6, so he has to hold on to fourth for now. Dylan then fifth. Little practice start from Dylan. Don in seventh, 120.3 for Don. Again, returning after some serious yeeting. Aldo 8th, Mocking Weeks in 9th, Valium 10th. He's also just on an outlap. Tatey 11th, Baggy 12th, Manny, Baggy 11th. Someone else has chucked themselves in the pits then. Manny in 12th, Gravel 13th, that's Dylan. Dodgy in 14th, and it does say Dylan in 15th, but that won't last for long. When he crosses the timing line, it'll put him back in his correct place. Not the timing line, yeah, the timing line. Yeah. I know what I'm talking about. So currently in 15th, and blam, back up to 6th then. What have we got? About 3 minutes left of qualifying. Can anyone unseat the Germinator? Where is he? Here he is. Current pole sitter, 0.3 of a second faster than anyone else on track at the minute. Quite a short track, this infield A, but quite nice if you get it right. Just got to be a little bit careful through turns 2 and 3, really. If you get those two right, well, I suppose you've got to get the rest of it right as well, but you know. All the boys rocking a bit of a We Are Archie livery, or a We Are Driven. We Are Archie, listen to me talking out the other end. Archie's journey and the We Are Driven team. Little logos all over the place. That's good. That's what it's all about. Mental Nev's gone quicker. 120.0. Chucks himself into third then. Just going to upset Reg GT. Pushes him down into fourth. Great big We Are Driven logo smashed down the front wing of his car. Good. Even better is that dark smoker across the front and the back. Look at that. Plain and simple. That's how we like it, Reg. Tell your mates, tell your mums. Mocking Weeks then 5th. That 120.2. Benny 6th. What have we got? A minute and a half left. Is that 8.5 or 9.5? It's 8.5, yeah. So Dylan 7th, he's been pushed down another spot. Don in 8th. Aldo 9th. Valium 10th. Tatey 11th. Baggy 12th. Manny in 13th. Gravel 14th. Dodgy in 15th. Right, last minute of qualifying. No, No, Champ Champ. No, Champ Champ. That P1 Don trying to hang on to the rear end of Raoul. So yeah, possibly, I think this is about the first bit of practice that Don's managed to get in the car. Just getting his new setup all put together tonight, I think. Raoul, where are you going? He's on pole, so he won't be too upset. And that's pretty much it. 10 minutes is near as damn it up. Is anyone going to manage to unseat Raoul? He's quite happily pulling over. Champ Champ also. So Dylan back up into third, 119.9. Great lap from Dylan right at the end of quali then. Mental Lev pushed down to fourth. Mocky Weeks fifth. Reg sixth. Benny seventh. Don eighth. Aldo ninth. Valium 10th. Tatey 11th. Baggy 12th. Manny in 13th. Got Gravel 14th. And Dodgy 15th. So, just got to wait for this grid order to be set. Champ Champ trying to finish off a set of rears before the race start, as is Manny. As is Aldo. Go on, Champ Champ. Go around the hairpin. If you get it all the way around the hairpin, I'll pick you up. Yeah, it was halfway around the hairpin. I'm not giving you any props for that. If you get it around this, oh, I was going to say if you get it around that double apex, then I'll take it all back. But no, you fluffed it again, Champ Champ. All right. Here we go then into the feature race, half an hour. Raoul on pole, Champ Champ second, Dylan third. So we've got two of the three teams on the in the front three. But the Bionic Sendits, two on the front row. We've got the Mental Asylum, two on the second row. Can't see any lights, can you? No. They're away then. Chunk of fishtail from Tatey in front. We'll slot into that slipstream then as they head down into turn one. Raoul then just holds on to the lead. Champ Champ goes a little bit wide through there. So Dylan looks to come through to take second. Have the inside line into the next turn as well. But that is going to give Champ Champ the run into the next turn here. Side by side with Dylan through there. That's some great driving. Mental Nev hanging onto the back of these two as well. So we'll come through there in a line. We have got a driver just off in the background. Back on track now though. Dylan trying to sling one up the inside of the hairpin. Not quite working out for him there either. Almost three wide for some drivers in the background. Right, let's have a run through then. Raoul up front, Champ Champ second, Dylan third, Mental Nev fourth. We've got Monkey Weeks just in fifth, closely followed by Benny, Reg GT and Valium. Benny just catching the wall through there. That's going to allow Reg GT to have a bit of a run on him. Valium trying to run around the outside of these two. Worked out. P1 Don and Aldo trying to get in the mix as well. Tatey in 11th. Just behind here we've got Manny as well, closely followed by Baggy. Got a couple of drivers off the pack. We've got Dodgy 3.8 seconds down. Really closely followed by Gravel, 1.4 seconds down. Maybe getting caught out with that turn one. So Raul, his lead diminished to nothing. Champ all over the rear bumper of that G-Ready Fugu. Teammates though, I wouldn't expect them to battle too hard. Got two teammates in the background as well, Mental Nev and P1 Dylan battling it out for third at the minute. Mental Nev up the inside at the hairpin. Dylan is going to run it around the outside though. He's going to hold on to the line into this next turn. He's gone a little bit wide, kept it in a straight line though. Chucked himself back in front of Mental Nev. Mental Nev fourth then, Benny fifth, Reg GT in sixth. Valium in seventh. So that Tatey taking out the distance markers, I believe. Holding ninth at the minute. Don in 10th, but Baggy's all over the rear end as they come down this start-finish straight. Baggy's gone for a different line. It does look like Don has just managed to keep himself in front. Can Baggy sling one up the inside here? He backs off, he allows Don to come through. Well, Don's giving him plenty of space. So Baggy will now have the inside line into the turn 2 coming up, unless he just decides to back off and let Don have it. He does. Don slots himself through, holds on to that 10th then. Baggy 11th. Manny is still bolting onto the back end of these two though. All the flags on Baggy's car. Apart from the one above Manny's car. Bags. So Raul's still up front. He's managed to pull a tiny bit of a gap again from Champ. Dylan and Mental Nev still in the respective positions. Third and fourth, Reg GT. Still holding that fifth position. Benny's still hot on his tail. Oh, Dylan. Sorry, Reg GT getting a little bit compromised out of that final turn. Just allowed Benny to close all the way back up on him. Can Reg GT hold on to this? He's holding it in the middle of the track. Benny's gone wide. Valiant's followed him around the outside. He slings one back down the inside though. It's not quite worked out for him. Benny though, he's going to get himself side by side with Reg GT as they come up to turn 2. He's going to win out on this one, side by side through there as well. Oh, Reg GT's got a wheel on the grass. He's kept it on track though. That's a good drive by Reg. Benny's just about kept it on track as well behind. Real close battle for this mid-pack then. Valium then chucking himself up the inside. 3 wide into the hairpin. Maniacs. Valium coming through then. Reg GT getting pushed back. Valium gets himself through into 5th. Only just. Reg GT also holds on to 6th. Benny holds on to 7th. Aldo 8th. Tatey unable to gain any advantage through there. Has to hold on to 9th. Valium does clap himself into the wall though. Tatey goes for a run through. Aldo's hit the wall as well. It's all kicking off. And here's Raul, 0.8 of a second in front of his teammate Champ. Still as they were. Dylan 3rd. Mental Nev in 4th. GT back up into 5th then. Bit of a gap between himself and Benny. Starting to spread out in that midfield pack. So it's now a fight between Tatey, Valium, P1 Don and Tatey, Valium and Don. Ooh, Don a little bit wide through there in the background. Valium's gone wide though. Tatey and Don slot themselves up the inside. Valium's coming back at Don though, side by side into this second to last turn. He's looking for that 7th position back actually, is Valium, but he's been compromised, slowed down coming out of that turn. So Tatey comes through, Don comes through. Valium has to settle for 9th at the minute, but he's in a good position down this start-finish straight. Baggy in 10th, then Manny in 11th. We've got Mockin in 12th, Aldo 13th, Gravel 14th, and Dodgy 15th. Oof. Dylan coming into turn 1 like an absolute rocket. Looking to be a real good punch up here between these top 3. Mental Nev just needs to stick with these lot, make it a top 4 fight. He's at 1.2 seconds back at the minute. Might be able to close that gap back up if these 3 are having a bit of a punch up. Again, Champ and Raoul are teammates, so you're not going to see too much fighting between these. Now, Dylan has got to try and navigate his way through the pair of them. Gets a good run out of that final turn. Dylan closing up on Champ a little bit, but Champ's going to be getting a toe off of Raoul in front. So closing up ever so slightly, not enough to make any kind of, or is he? I know. Yes, he has. He's got himself up the inside. No, Champ just able to carry a little bit more speed around the outside. Holds on to that second, but by the skin of his teeth. Unfortunately, Mental Nev is being dropped further and further behind. 1.7 seconds the gap between 3rd and 4th. Everybody chopping that turn off. Great run out of there for Dylan. Can he get it down the inside of Champ at the hairpin? It does. Slings one up the inside, almost up the inside of Raoul as well for first. Got himself cleanly in front of Champ then, and that has allowed Mental Nev to close this gap back up. So this man here, Raoul, 0.2 of a second in front of Dylan. Another good run out of there for Dylan, all over the back of Raoul. That's not going to make it easy. He's going to have to run around the outside if he wants it. He's going to sling it back across the inside. No, Raoul comes to the left-hand side of this track then. And you want this position, you're going to have to go run all the way around the outside of me, says Raoul. Where did you come from, Champ? Maniac. He's come flying through there to take first. Raoul holds on to second just as he... It's got Dylan down a second, but Raoul's going to have the inside line into turn 2. Side by side through there. Dylan just holds out. Trying to get that position back on Champ as well. Not so great a turn out of run out of turn 3. He's trying to go a little bit defensive from Raoul. Holds it up the inside of the hairpin. Trying to get that position on Champ again. Side by side with Raoul out of there. Is Raoul going to have enough speed to keep it up the inside here? Almost. Not quite. Just had to slot himself into the back then as they come through this final turn. Dylan looking for a good run out of here. He needs to close that gap up on Champ. Needs to drop P1 Raoul ASAP as well. Mental Nev brought back into this fight, so it's turned into a good battle for top spot. 4-way fight. Now Dylan up the inside. Has he got the speed this time? Not quite. Champ carries that speed well. It's great to see no contact between these drivers as well. A little bit deep through there for Champ. Oh, Dylan. Carried some good speed again, but unfortunately Champ's gone on the defensive this time. He's now on the inside of the hairpin. Raoul is in a good position to get himself up the inside of Dylan. Follows Champ through. Can't make it. Oh, Raoul's just had to chuck himself out of the way. Look at this, the great melee of teams here. So Champ leading, Dylan second, Raoul third, Mental Nev fourth, Reg GT fifth, 5.3 seconds back from those top four. He's got Benny in sixth, just 3/4 of a second back. There's another 3.6 back to Don. Holding seventh, Tatey in eighth, 1.1 back. Valiant 3/4 of a second back from him. We've got Marky Weeks another half a second back. Manny just over 3/4 of a second back as well. Aldo 1.6 seconds back. Gravel 17 seconds back. 13th position. He's got himself past Baggy. Baggy's put a fresh set of boots on, I think. 14th. Dodgy 15th. Valiant also in the pits now. So Dylan holding on to the lead. Still a great big train of these cars. Nothing in it between them. Pilgrim, how you doing, brother? Go Team Mental Asylum. Well, they've got themselves up front at the minute. But we have got a dangerous looking Champ and a dangerous looking Raoul. Mental Nev as well, piling the pressure on these two in front. But good results for both teams if they finish like this. Halfway through race one then, just about a couple of minutes. So Dylan pulled a little bit of a gap, 0.6 seconds, not enough to make anything of it. Still within slipstream range of Champ behind. Raoul's chucked himself in the pits this lap. Gets himself out of the top four fight then for the time being. Benny then still unable to get past Reg GT. Putting Reg GT under some pressure then is Benny. Has been for a couple of laps, to be honest. Bit deep there for Reg, but nowhere for Benny to go. Good to hear it, Pilgrim. Can Benny get a good run out? He's closing up through that final turn. You may see these drivers chuck themselves in the pits yet. Reg GT, he's faked out Benny. He stopped out as Reg. So 5.9 seconds he's got over Tatey, who's up into second. Now coming through to take third then. Oh no, other driver's getting out in front of him. But running slowly, so let's see where he ends up. There's Dylan in third. So Reg GT out front. 6 seconds over Tatey. Tatey has now got 9.5 over Dylan in third. Dylan has got Champ 0.7 of a second back. So top four straight into their fight as they were. All on fresh tyres. Raoul coming in a lap earlier. We'll see how that benefits or compromises him later on. So Reg GT, is he going to come in this lap? And he comes then from top spot. Are we going to see Tatey in as well? In he comes. Dylan then already pit, going to come through to retake race lead. Fastest fastest lap of the race so far as well for Dylan, 1:19.7. Mental Nev and Rao battling it out for third at the minute. Mental Nev's got himself up the inside. Oh, tiny bit of contact between them. Mental Nev gets himself through. Can Rao slot one back up the inside? He's going for it. Oh, he's not quite made it. Mental Nev then holds on to third. Do look good, these cars. Great big bumps on rear arches. Rawr. Down towards the hairpin then. Can Rao sling one up the inside? Mental Nev sees it coming. Goes tight on the way in. Rao not able to make anything of that, so he has to hold on to fourth. But in a good place to make a move on Mental Nev out of this final turn. Slower than Mental Nev through there. Top four just starting to stretch out a little bit now. Dylan and Champ starting to pull away from Mental Nev and Rowell. Rowell then out of the slipstream of Mental Nev. We've got Benny holding fifth. Oh, have we? Where's Reg? Reg's just coming out the pits, I think. Chucks himself up the inside of Benny on the exit of turn one. Can he hold it into turn two? So tight through there. Benny just holds on to fifth. He's just got himself the advantage. These two have had a real good battle for the first half of this race. Let's see if they can make it the same for race two. Reg GT picked himself up half a second penalty then, trying to close the gap up on Benny. Lose out. Benny's gone a little bit deep. Reg GT slots one up the inside, but he's going to have Benny's going to have the inside line into this next turn. So just holds on to fifth still for Benny. Again, Reg GT needs to hang on to him on this final turn to get a good run down this straight. Starts to close up, quarter of a second between them. Can he close it up enough before turn one? There it is. Swings himself out to the left then, down the inside of Benny. Again, Benny just trying to get himself over, but he can't. There's a Reg GT in the way. He's going to slot one back down the inside. I don't think he's carrying enough speed. Left each other enough room again. Reg GT back out front. Benny might pick up a penalty for that. He put all four wheels off the... He's got away with that by the looks of it. Reg GT almost lost his penalty. Holds that inside line through the hairpin. Gets the power down. Benny's running it a little bit wide. No, he's lost traction coming out of that turn. GT finally loses his penalty and get back on with the race then. So Dylan now 1.3 second lead. Champ out of the slipstream range. He is within slipstream range, well not quite, of Mental Nev, 0.9 of a second. Maybe a tenth closer does Mental Nev, but he has pulled himself a gap of 1.7 between himself and Rowell. So Reg GT holding fifth then. Benny sixth, still looking for that position. These two having a real good battle all race. Don seventh, he's got Mokiewicz for company in eighth. 1.3 seconds between those two. Valium in ninth. Baggy 10th. Under a bit of pressure, or a bit wide through there for Baggy. Tatey comes through, does he? Yeah, Tatey comes through to take that 10th, I think. Has Baggy held it? Baggy's held it, he's carried the speed. So 11th for Tatey then, 12th for Aldo, Manny in 13th, Dodgy 14th, and Gravel 15th. Dylan then. Dylan 2.4 seconds out front. Little mistake from him. That's brought him right under pressure from Mental Nev. Raul is another 1.4 seconds back. So Mental Nev, can he get himself past Champ and make it a 1-2 for Mental Asylum? So it comes up the inside then as they head up towards turn 1. Oh, Champ just lets off the brakes, allows the car to carry the speed, but is it enough? Is it enough? It is. Champ just keeps himself in front of Mental Nev then. Piling the pressure on. Raul still unable to close that gap up. 1.4 seconds still. Just gain a couple of tenths through there. Mental Nev still not quite close enough to make it work out of the hairpin. Tiny bit of a love tap between himself and Champ. That's going to bring Raul back into this fight. Just a second between these third and fourth now. And this is just allowing Dylan to slowly escape down the road. 2.8 second lead he's got from Champ. A little bit of a scrape of the wall there for Mental Nev. Again, Raul closing that gap back up. He'll be within slipstream range. Keeps driving like that in the next lap. Here comes Mental Nev then, closing up again on Champ. A little bit far back this time. Up the inside again. Champ just stays off the brakes for a little bit longer, allows the car to carry the speed. Maybe gone a little bit too deep this time. Properly side by side with Champ. Oh, just backs off through there, Mental Nev. Got to get through gravel pit, sitting at the back of the pack at the minute. Coming through. Oh, gravel trying to get out of the way. Champ through. Mental Nev through. Raul all over the back of Mental Nev then, looking for this third. Real good battle here for second, third and fourth. Meantime, Dylan is just disappearing a little bit more. 3.3 seconds in front now. 5 minutes 45 left on the clock. Second race to come yet though. Champ holding second. Mental Nev still third. Raul fourth. Reg GT fifth, but 8 seconds back. He's managed to pull a bit of a tyre gap between himself and Benny as well. 1.8 seconds there. It's 1.6. So Benny actually gaining a little bit. Don and Mocking Weeks having a battle as well, teammates, but I wouldn't expect there to be any contact between these two. Mocking Weeks is closing the gap, 0.2 of a second. So we'll see whether Mocking Weeks can get that position off of Don before the end of the race. Valium in 9th, he's got Tatey 1.8 back behind him. And the second back is Aldo. Baggy's 2.3 back in 12th. Got Manny 3.5 back in 13th. Dodgy 14th. 46 seconds down, unfortunately. And then another 12 seconds back is Gravel, sitting in 15th. Dylan is just pulling more time. Champ, Mental Nev and Raul still in the same positions. So Mental Nev again then as they head up towards turn 1, a little bit too far back again this time. Nev though tries to get up the inside at turn 2. He's carried the speed well. Yeah, they've both gone wide though. That's allowed Raul to come through to take that second position. Mental Nev backs off, allows Champ to retake that place. Oh, drifted through there for Champ. So a good move by Mental Nev. Just carried a tiny bit too much speed. Wasn't able to scrub it off. And both drivers almost off track. Champ did go off, but didn't stick it in the wall. Manny's left the room. That's not good. Hopefully that's just connection issues. So then Raul back through to take second. That was a little bit unexpected. And he's got a great big gap between himself and third place Champ now, 1.4 seconds. But 4.1 back from race leader Dylan. Only 2 minutes 40 left on the clock. It's going to be very hard push to make that time up without a mistake from Dylan, and I don't think he's put a foot wrong yet really. Mental Nev and Champ there, looks like they're going to carry on that till the end of the race. HGT holding 5th, still got a bit of a gap from Benny, but it's only down to 1.2 now. Benny closing that gap up. Monkey Weeks is past Dom now. Got Gravel, is it Gravel or Dodgy? Just hanging off to one side of the track, just try and stay out of the way. Monkey Weeks up into 7th then. Don in 8th, 1.2 back. Valium in 9th. Tatey hot on his heels for 10th. Sorry, it's Aldo hot on the heels of Tatey. Down the inside then Tatey at the hairpin. Manny's back in the room, yeah, so connection issues. Oh, Valium's in the wall. Aldo back up the inside of Tatey at the almost hairpin. Side by side still as they come through this final turn. Oh, Tatey's clattered into the wall though. That's going to slow him down a little bit. Aldo's going to be able to pull away. There's that gap developing there. Right, a minute left on the clock. Let's go and see what's happening up front. Dylan, 4.7 second lead. Raul now 1.8 from Champ. Mental Nev still all over the back end of Champ. So, what's going to happen here? Let's get ourselves on with Mental Nev. So 30 seconds left on race clock. Are they going to see another lap? I don't think they are. Maybe. Mental Nev got a really good run out of there, all over the back end of Champ. Is this going to be a run to the line for these two? Or are they going to get another lap to battle it out? I think. Oh, it's going to be so close. 2, 1. Oh, they're going to finish like this. Oh, so Champ takes 3rd, then Mental Nev takes 4th. Run to the line then. Red GT is going for it sideways across the line. Takes 5th. Benny coming across the line to take 6th. We've got Chaos behind. Mocking Weeks backwards. P1 Don backwards for 7th and 8th. Valiant backwards and sideways for 9th. Aldo backwards for 10th. Tatey comes across the line sensibly for 11th. Baggy takes 12th. Dodgy is already across the line for 13th. Gravel just coming across the line for 14th. We just wait for the top 2 then. Comfortable lead now for Dylan, 6.3 seconds. Played his strategy just right, did Dylan. Through this final turn then. Doesn't even matter if he sticks it in the wall. 6.7, it's going to be pretty much 7 seconds by the time he hits the line. It's already 7 seconds. So Dylan then coming through to take the win in race 1. Raul coming through. A little bit of a squiggle and a wave backwards. Oh, look at that from miles away. Great. Thank you, Raul. 2nd position then. So that was the feature race. We've got the sprint race coming up, 15 minutes, same track, Slightly different setup, as in the top 8 reverse and the bottom 7 reverse. Yeah, just makes it a little bit less chaotic into the first few turns with top drivers. Why is there a car going down the pit lane backwards at 260 miles an hour? Yeah, it does make it a little bit less chaotic into the first few turns, as the faster guys from race 1 aren't sort of pushing the slower guys from race 1 out of the way to try and get up front early on. So a little bit of a break, maybe a 5-minuter, and then we jump into the second race, 15 minutes. Yeah, some great racing there between those top 4 until about 3/4 of the way through that race. It just started to spread out or stretch out. Come on, one of them. Dylan taking the win. Yeah, it was a real good race though. Champ and Mental Nev pretty much bumper to bumper for the majority of that. So yeah, don't forget, driver of the day, people. It's down to you lot to vote for that one. There is another race, so don't pick your driver of the day just yet. But they do gain extra points in the championship for it, so yes, get your comments down. Get yourself in money. We are okay. Like I say, I think we've got a couple of minutes before race 2. Nobody actually out on track yet, so we're safe. Let me just get a bit of... So the We Are Driven Foundation are still covering Archie's journey. So make sure you get yourselves over to Facebook. Go hunt out Archie's journey. Go give them a like. Get yourselves over to the We Are Driven page as well. Give us a like. The Bradley Lowry Foundation as well on Facebook. Go chuck them some love. And then get your spare change out and go and give it to justgiving.com/campaign/Archie's journey. Let's get this boy over to America. Look at that, mid-race adverts. It's amazing, isn't it? It's like the real thing. 3 minutes we're getting the shout for. 3 minutes. It's a random time, I know. Mental Nev giving Champ some props. Yeah, some real good racing between those two. Oh dear. So a couple more minutes, we'll jump into this second race. couple of drivers out on track at the minute. So, who have we got? Champ mocking a Reg. Getting the call for 1 minute. We'll stay in the stay on the racetrack then. Reg GT's car's looking a little bit banged up from race 1. That you just fired into the wall, Raoul. Yep. Mental Nev going through. Let's see if Raoul can hang on to the tail end of Mental Nev. This little warm-up session. Oh, he's got 8 seconds. And he's chucked it on the grass. Okay. Here we go then, race 2, 15 minutes, top 8 reverse, bottom 7 reverse. So Don up the front, Mocking Week 2nd, Benny 3rd, Reg GT 4th, Mental 5th, Champ 6th, Raoul 7th, Dylan 8th. We've got Gravel 9th, Dodgy 10th. Reggie in 11th, sorry, Baggy in 11th, Tatey 12th, Aldo 13th, Valium 14th, Manny in 15th. So they get away well then. Can P1 Don hold on to that lead into turn 1? He's hugging that inside line. Benny's already looking for that position though. Bit high into the wall, I think, for Don. Slowed him down a little bit. Benny's looking for the inside line into turn 2. Side by side through there. Push wide though. 3 cars off. Don's off. Benny's off. Don's back on track. He won't be impressed with Benny knocking him about. Mental Nev's got himself up front already. Mocking Weeks into 2nd. Benny 3rd. Champ 4th. Raoul in 5th. Running around the outside, Raoul. Dylan 6th, Reg GT 7th. Valium in 8th. A little bit of a gap then between himself and Don. Just got pushed wide, sitting in 9th at the minute. Tatey 10th, Aldo in 11th, Dodgy 12th. We've got Manny in 13th, Baggy in 14th, and Gravel 15th. So Mental Nev up front. Team Mental Asylum Racing. Got the Capsicum Anum Viri in 2nd, and the Bionic Sendits in 3rd and 4th and 5th. Where's Dylan in all that lot? Dylan's still down in 6th at the minute, winner of race 1. Mental Nev holding on to the race lead at the minute. Mocking Weeks holding on to 2nd. Benny, oh, Benny gets a little bit squirrely through there. So loses that position, does he? Yes, Champ comes through to take 3rd. Oh, he's chucked one up the inside of Mocking Weeks as well. Has he held on to it? Mocking Weeks holds on to that 2nd just. 2 Bionic Sendits, 3 Bionic Sendits harassing him at the minute for that 2nd position. These Bionic Sendits are under pressure themselves from P1 Dylan in 6th. Says just running himself around the outside of Raoul. Raoul just caught the wall there, so Dylan's up into 5th. Raoul has slotted himself into 6th. Reg GT coming up the inside of Raoul though, closely followed by Valium. A little bit of bunt drafting from these two. Push their way past P1 Raoul. Great camera angles from PlayStation there. Mocking Weeks and Benny side by side through turn 1. Both been driven wide though. Mocking Weeks pushed down to 8th after that little contact between himself and Benny. So Mental Nev, 1.8 seconds lead from Champ Champ. Champ Champ now. Dylan slotting himself all the way into third, but he's got it off. He's back on track. He's kept it in a straight line and in touch with Champ Champ for second. Raul in fourth then. Reg GT fifth, trying to go up the inside of the hairpin. Got Mocking Weeks back up into sixth. He's got himself back past Benny and Valium. He's coming back up the inside of Valium there though for seventh. Valium eighth then. Aldo Knight's got himself past Don. Don losing another position. Down into 10th then for Don. Tatey 11th. Manny 12th. 3.3 back to, 3.3 back to Baggy in 13th. Gravel in 14th, 4.6 seconds back. But got Dodgy coming up on him fast. Just 3/4 of a second back for Dodgy. Dylan up into second. He's got turn one a little bit wrong. Champ Champ's going to come through to take that. So Dylan third, Raul fourth, Reg GT fifth. They can stick like this. Benny, unfortunately, off-roading there for sixth. What has happened to Mocking Weeks? He's all the way down in 11th. Losing positions, hands over fist, then Mocking. So 5 minutes into this 15 minutes, 10 minutes remaining. From there, 1.3 seconds out front. Champ Champ second, under pressure from Dylan though. The pressure from Dylan might just be keeping Champ Champ from closing this gap up on Mental Nev. So Dylan putting Champ Champ under pressure. Champ Champ might have to just be going a little bit defensive into some of these turns, slowing him down. Dylan then slots himself up the inside of Champ Champ at turn one. That's not the view. A tiny bit of bump in there between Champ Champ and Dylan. Dylan then holds almost a little bit squirrely through there. So Champ Champ does come back through to take second then. Where's Raul? He's looking to chuck one up the inside of the hairpin as well. Backs off. Reg GT coming up fast as well on the back end of Raul. So Dylan just holding on to third. Raul looking to get past him ASAP. Nev then, yes, so the battling behind is allowing Mental Nev just to creep off. 1.9 seconds the gap now between himself and Champ Champ. Dylan still piling the pressure on for that second. So he can run around the outside this time. Can he carry the speed? Champ Champ is still going to hold the line into turn two. He's got to be careful. Dylan's got to be careful he doesn't lose it to Raul as well. Side by side through turn two, heading down towards turn three. Champ Champ just gets himself in front. Dylan third, then Raul fourth. Reg GT still bolted onto the back end of these four. Well, these three. Mental Nev disappearing at the minute. Reg GT just looking for any opportunity at the minute to get through this pile. Give me a different view. Here we go. Champ Champ's gone a little bit. Oh, sorry, it's Dylan that's gone wide. Kept himself in touch with Champ Champ though. Raul is all over the back of him. We're on board with Reg GT, chasing down these three drivers. I've got Mental Nev just in the distance there, but he's slowly pulling away from this pack. Are we going to see Dylan chuck another one up the inside? On board with Dylan then, chasing down Champ Champ towards turn one. He's tried every lap so far. to the inside again this time. DCC logo smashed on the side of Champ Champ's car. There we go. Dylan through into that second place then. Champ Champ third, Raul fourth, Red GT as is. Now 2.4 second the gap between Mental Nev and teammate Dylan. Can Mental Nev keep it together for another 6 minutes and take the win? Dylan going defensive into the hairpin. This is going to allow Mental Nev to stretch his gap a little bit more. Reg GT trying to get up the inside of Raul there, not quite working out. All over the back end of the German driver as they hit this start-finish straight. Let's get ourselves on board with Reg GT. Raul will be getting a toe off Champ Champ. This start-finish straight then, can Reg GT do it? Just not carrying enough speed, I don't think. He's closing up. Looking to run around the outside of Raul then. Just a better line on the way into the turn. Try and cut back down the inside of Raul, but again, just not carrying enough speed. Second, third, fourth and fifth all still pretty close together then. Champ Champ having to go massively defensive from the attacks of Dylan. Dylan now under pressure from Raul. Reg GT being dragged into this fight properly now. Dylan being pushed down to fourth. Raul's got through. Champ Champ's going to come through on the inside, is he? Dylan tries to run himself around the outside of Raul. They're still side by side as they head up to this penultimate turn. Is he going to keep the position? Does, keeps that third. Raul has to slot himself back into fourth. Reg GT still just sitting in fifth. Right, let's have a flick through the rest of the pack, see what's going on. Don up into sixth then. He's only 3.3 back from this fight. Still only 4 minutes left on the clock, so hard push for Don to get back involved in that fight. Benny 7th, 1.8 seconds back from Don. Mocking Weeks 8th, under a bit of pressure from Aldo. Aldo looks like he might be able to make a move into turn one, but Mocking Weeks has seen it coming. He's gone, his car in the middle of the track. Aldo looking to run around the outside then. Closes up on Mocking Weeks through there. Slightly tighter line as well. Can he get the car up the inside? No, not quite. Has to slot himself back into ninth then. Valium in 10th, just in the background of this fight. Just 7.7 of a second back. Got Baggy in 11th. He's under a bit of pressure from... Oh, he's gone wide. Baggy's gone wide. Oh, Baggy. Just about keeps it. He's off track again in 13th place then for Bags, unfortunately. Manny and Tate getting through there. So Dodgy 14th and Gravel 15th. It's unfortunate just catching Baggy going off track. And here is current race leader Mental Nev. 1.9 seconds over Champ Champ. So starting to close that gap down a little bit on him. Dylan still third, Raul still fourth, Reg GT still fifth. Don has closed the gap up 3.3, I believe it was. It's down to 2.8. In the background, we've got Aldo then getting himself up past Mocking Weeks into 8th. Valium still bolted onto the back end of these two as well. Aldo a little bit tight through there. Nearly losing the back end. Slowed Mocking Weeks down. Valium's able to carry the speed. So Aldo and Valium teammates through there, both keeping themselves in front. Oh, Valium stuck a wheel on the grass. He's kept it in a straight line. He's lost that place back to Mocking Weeks, unfortunately. Tatey then 11th, Manny 12th. Baggy, unfortunately, we're just catching, getting a little bit wide through almost the same section. 13th, dodgy 14th. He has got gravel pretty close for company, just 1.2 seconds back. So back up front, the lead has increased again up to 2.4, nearly 2.5 seconds. Champ then second. Izzy, Dylan carrying all sorts of speed. Is he going to be able to make this work? He is, just gets himself in front of Champ. Is Champ going to sling one back down the inside? No, goes for the outside line. Trying to carry the speed. He's been pushed out a little bit wide. Raul then looking to come down the inside. Again, just not able to carry that speed enough. Reg GT still in the background. Been unable to get through. Oh, a little bit wide there for Champ. Raul went to go down the inside. Didn't quite make it. So it's a Mental Nev first and second. We've got Raul trying to push Champ down the track closer towards Dylan. But drafting between teammates is perfectly legal in the race. We just don't like it during quali. 35 seconds left. They are going to see another lap, I think. So, current race leader, Mental Nev, now 2.6 seconds out from Dylan. Dylan's just about broken the slipstream of Champ behind. Fortunately, I think, yeah, Reg GT's out of the slipstream range as well from Raul, so Reg GT's not going to be able to close this gap up. Who's going to cross the line first? Mental Nev's got through. Dylan's got through. Champ's got through. Raul's got through. Reg GT's got through. Dylan's got through. Don's got through. Benny's the first to cross the line, then he takes 7th. All sorts of chaos and mayhem going off. Aldo 8th. Mocky Weeks 9th. Valium 10th. Tatey 11th. Manny in 12th. Just wait for Baggy to get it all wrong. Bags. Let's go for the J turn. No. 13th place then for Bags. We wait for Dodgy to come through at full tilt. And Gravel to come through at full tilt. Don't even know where Gravel's gone now. Look. There he is. So just wait for these top drivers to come through then. Mental Nev still leading 2.2 seconds just around this final turn. Dylan held on to that second. Champ's held on to third. Raul has held on to fourth. It's going to be as is for these final positions then. So great result for Mental Nev coming home first place in race 2. Dylan's going to take second in race 2. Champ third. Raul 4th. Reg GT 5th and Don in 6th. And that was race 2. Make some good racing, those G-Readies, don't they? All right. Good win there for Mental Nev. Good win there for Mental Asylum Racing as well. Good points on the board. There we go. There's your backwards cars at 200 miles an hour down the pits. Who knows? But yes, still good points on the board for the Bionics as well. All up front. So that's about it from P1 boys. I myself am back tomorrow night at 8:30 with the second round of the minis. That's another good season. Tuesday at 8 o'clock we are back with the Clash of the Teams. Round 2. I think we're at Goodwood in the... What are we in? Aston Martin, I think, on Tuesday. No GR3 Wednesday League this week. We're in the summer break. I say summer break. We're just in the mid-season break. So no racing Wednesday. Thursday we're back with the new P1 Mazda Touring Car League. They're always good fun as well. Friday starts the GTTCC at 9 o'clock. I better tell you that the race on Friday night is 9 o'clock. On Thursday night is 9 o'clock. But Friday night, yes, 9 o'clock. GTTCC, GR4 cars. Everyone leaving the lobby. So that's Friday night, and then back next Sunday for the following 2 rounds of the Ford Focuses and P1RCs Super Sunday League. That's what we've got coming up. Don't forget, I've got my t-shirts and stickers. The stickers are here, the t-shirts on. I'm not sending anything out until the t-shirts are here. All right. So hopefully they're here Monday. They were meant to be here yesterday, but they weren't. So I was crying, and I'm going to be really upset if they don't turn up Monday. So shirts and t-shirts, stickers and t-shirts coming up. Again, the We Are Driven Foundation, we are pushing Archie's Journey at the minute. So get yourselves over to Facebook, get yourselves onto the Archie's Journey page, give it a like and all that sort of stuff. Get yourselves onto the We Are Driven page as well, go give that a like. Get yourselves onto the Lowry Foundation, do the same on that. And then get your money out, get yourselves over to justgiving.com/campaign/Archie's Journey. And if you've got anything else left after that and you want to help my channel out, get yourselves over to buymeacoffee.com/darksmoker. Drop a little donation there if you can. Thank you. So, you know what's coming up. If you like what you've watched, give it a like, give it a subscribe, chuck a comment in there as well. Why not? Tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.
Yeah.